So, hi everybody and welcome back to this full game tutorial for absolute beginners. This is video 12 and in this video I want to test this widget what I created, because it's very important when you create things that you test this, and it's better to test it early than late, because then you can all time cover all the errors which you have. And in my case I had just some strange errors, and that cost me again time, but I fixed them. But before we go there, let me show you that I changed again my widget a little bit. I changed here this style to this one, and the nice thing is you don't need even a picture to do this. I didn't know that. That's very nice, because I have no clue about style, but I figured out that when you click this button and you have just here a button, then you can go here and you can use this option here, which is really nice. Where is this option here? Was it anywhere? This one here, this outliner option. This outliner options make this round things here, which means instead of a square button, you have now round buttons, which looks a little bit better. I set it to 40/40 for test purposes, and then I applied again a color for it so that I can use this style here. So if you're interested, you can do something like that, and you can see that looks much better than the squares, I think. And in between I added one space. So if you know what this is just to make it here a space, right? You go here to the palette and then write spacer, and then you can find this kind of spacer, and then you define put it here. In my case I put it just here and define a padding, and then it looks like this. Looks much better. That was this. And here this button, I gave the other thing what I changed here was I gave him the same color as here. And here one tip: if you want to change the color like all time and you don't know which color it is exactly, you can use this eyedropper. And then I said, okay, I need this color here as well, and you can see I just click here the eyedropper, then I had this color, and then I applied it here. That's very easy, and that's all for this kind of stuff. So you see my style is improved when I start this game. Yes, it looks, oh wait a second, that looks not good. Did I change there something? Probably accidentally. Let's press Ctrl Z, because I changed the color accidentally there. So let's start here again. Yes, that looks more normal. And when I click this one, you can see that looks already better. And now I'm finished with this. What I do next is I migrate this to my other project, which is my original project. And in my original project there is a game, and interestingly I have changed my map there. I had the problems with this one. And anyway, what you do is you just migrate what you finished. So which means in this case you go to the main menu. This one is now finished, and there I made another mistake before. I migrated here this other widget blueprint, which was just let's say a test blueprint. Something like that you should not migrate, because you are not finished with the widget, and actually you are not even finished with this one, but you can still migrate it. And I did it. And one more thing before you migrate this one for testing, this widget blueprint need at least one functionality, which is for testing later in our screen. You can start it in a window, but if you start it in a full screen mode, then it's very hard to quit. And to make it easy, just apply any button for quit. For example, I have it already here, and I just apply here easy functionality. I go here on click, and let's write here this console command, execute console command, and quit, so that we have later when we test the code in our full screen that we just press quit and it goes out. That's also very important, because it's annoying if you don't do this. Wait, that's it. And here perhaps this color as well. All right, and with that said, you should migrate this now to your original file. I have not migrated this as well. Let's see if I can migrate this one more time. because now I added this quit button. I have not added this one. And let's see if I get problems if I... Let's see. Let's go to migrate. Where is migrate here again? Asset actions. Where is asset actions here? Asset actions, migrate, yes. And then you can see this one. Okay, I want to migrate this one. And then I go here again to... I'm already in. There where I wanted. I thought I have to search now. But I'm already my content. You find here your final destination here. This my final destination is mobile game content. And now I just say, okay. And we have here this question because I already migrated this one. It's asking, do you want this? I say yes, all, because normally you want this. And copied 0 files, some content could not copy it. Yes, dismiss, because this one means you already have most time. And you should hope that it works. No, joking. It should means just we have already this one. And when I go back to this other file now, which is not this one. Let's go here to the other one, this one. And you can see here is the content that we can test it before we start it. And so here the functionality should be implemented. It's not immigrated, so it's indeed failed. Anyway, that's not so important now. You have to check why this is not immigrated. But I skip this check now and I just implement this functionality here manually. That is the only thing which is different. And I write here just console the command again, execute console. This is very important here, this quit here. Let's do here quit. Let's write here command and say quit and make here this color and okay. So with that, save, compile, and here is not source control. This one here you should, you can use the other one for source control and this one a separate source control if you want. But normally in this place, you should not develop so much here. Like I said, you should normally have the final product, but I had problems also here. I kicked here something out. It caused me here also problems sometimes. And that's why we make this test, so that we caught all these problems before we go to the final stage and have later problems. So anyway, we have this one. I hope you have set up all your project settings. I showed you that. And I take the other project settings here as well, so they are similar or they are same. Then I go here to that what I want package. In this case, I want not package Android, that I make offline. For other thing setups. Here in this, I want just package Windows, and now you have two versions of packages normally. One for testing development and one for shipping. Normally you should test both. Well, first you test this one. If this is working, you should test perhaps shipping as well. The shipping, so you can see the final product, but in my case, I'm not far away from finish. I think I just test now this development setting, because we have just this widget, not even the functionality. And then you go here to package, and I go package. I find here a file on my desktop. It's asking me to set up a file. All right, I find it. I set desktop, and there is a folder which I take, and now it's trying to package because my setup here is so little, it should be not taking too much long. And then we start this one as well. If there is no error, of course, perhaps there is an error, because I don't know, can happen all the time. That's why we test this, right? This is my final product. And depends on your PC, it's fast or mine is very slow. That's why I used here a mobile game, but still that is still a little game. There is nothing in it, so you see it's finished. And now what I can do is I can test it, which means I open this file where I saved it. In my case, where I saved it, yeah, here I made this folder here. I opened this one up, and you can see in this folder I had also some export of my project settings. And here, this Windows it is, and here's a exe file, and you can just double click on it and look what happens now. our game widget is started. The game, you can test it, you can click it. Yes, I can click it. Nice, nice, nice. But that's the problem why I said you should set up also a quit button, because if you have now no quit button, you can't go out here. You have to press probably manually quit it with what is called again? You know, you press here anyway, you know what I mean. Probably go here to the system and then quit it from the system log or something like that. But in case we are using now, we have set up this quit button, which means I press quit and I'm back. So that was already the test, and now with the test we can go and continue in our mail here with our setup for functionality. So I think that was only just a short demonstration of test. And of course, if you have this one, don't forget also make this the one here, which means source control. This one worked, which means okay, I have already used it. That's why it's nothing here, because I changed it. I already used the source control. You can say, let's say tested code works, tested code and works so far. Cool. Submit it to source control. So this code what I have here, it is working. And yeah, and of course you have to open up then your Git. In my case it is let's see if I have open up. Yeah, I have it here. In my case it's this Git desktop. Very easy. I push to origin. It's pushing up the files now. And here, and one more thing I want to show you here. If you want to recover file, you have here this history, and try to learn what this is. You can go back to let's say there is nothing working, you can go back in the history. All the comments which you made are listed here in your history. You see I have here made here, we started, and then I made all these other commits here. And depends on your commits, you can go back to a certain point where all worked. Perhaps you missed, perhaps there anything happens and then you want to go back, right? And then you can recover it from this point of view. That's why we use this Git, by the way, not just to push and save the files. We can go back, we can go back in the history and use it. So I think that's enough for this short video, because now we will go and dive into the functionality, which means the widget functionality. There is not so much in this case, because here I will set up just display and this option menu. I don't even know if I have here a big option menu. I'm not sure if I even need this one here, because play and quit. Perhaps I need it, perhaps not. I will see. If I don't need this one, I kick it just later out, but it looks good normally. And I think I need this one for the gameplay. That's why it's here, because this one here will disappear, display and quit. This here, what you see here in the background, that will not disappear. I showed you my test. This one will stay. And when we click here, this one here, play and quit, will appear again. We may set it visible, which means we can quit directly. And that's so the setup what I want to do with my functionality in my next video. So you see, this is a planning stage. You can write this again here in your planning thing. In my case, I said I need here, it's my general plan. Here we are, here in this widgets case, still there. And then I have made here this main menu. I can open up and then write here what I want to do next. So I should write this one here. I should update this one, but I make this one offline so that I don't waste time here. So in the next video, we will go and implement this functionality. And you see all the steps. Yeah, it's not too difficult, but you have to do it. And yeah, it will work. And this one looks much better than the last one, I hope. And it's usable. So with that said, if you have any questions like all time, any complaints, tips and tricks, write it in the comments. See you in the next. Bye, good luck, don't give up, and like all time, have fun. And with that said, we stop.